The third chapter of Does God Have Free Will deals with scientific methodology, which is very simple. I mean, I've invented a concept which I call a presumed non-negotiable to understand the scientific method. Basically, the way I see science is that some nerd presumes something. He presumes a fact. He presumes something to be non-negotiable. This is the fact. And then he takes it for a test ride. He tests it, does some little experiments on it, and he can see if his presumed non-negotiable fact was indeed true. And if it pans out, if his experiments show it to be true, then he can extrapolate, then he can decide, well, if that's true, then that's true, it carries on like that. And that's the way science happens. There are lots of examples of PNNs in science. Take Newton, for instance. A guy sitting underneath a tree, apple bonks him on the head, and he comes up with the presumption that the same force that bonked him on the head with the apple is what holds the planets in orbit around the sun. So he takes his presumed non-negotiable for a mathematical joyride, and guess what? Turns out he's correct. Well, he's pretty much correct until Albert Einstein comes along and says, well, there are a few discrepancies that I'd like to chat to you about. And that's the way science happens. The presumption of a fact only holds until somebody else comes along with another presumption that overrides that previous presumption. There are lots of ways of arriving at a PNN. You can stand on the shoulders of giants, you can look to nature, or you can use conflicting PNNs. Basically, the way this works is that you take two facts and you put them in the ring and you let them fight it out. You see which one's going to win. And that's exactly what we're going to do with free will in this book. We're going to have two conflicting PNNs. PNN 1 is free will does exist, it is real. PNN 2 is free will does not exist, it is an illusion. And we're going to put them in the ring and see what happens. I'll present the evidence and you can decide which one's true. I'm pretty convinced which is which, but it's up to you to make up your mind. And that's what this book's about. And Enlargement awaits.